Yo, what's up, everyone? Crimson Yeti here. So recently, Riot Games, with their game 2XKO, uploaded a video doing like a dev update showcasing more of Blitzcrank. And after I seen that trailer, I've got to watch this video. So get me even more hyped for Blitzcrank. Let's go. All right, 2XKO, what have you got cooking? Blitzcrank the Great Steam Golem. See what they got going. Jinx is looking really good too. I'm really loving this stage as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Caroline and I am the champion designer on Blitzcrank. And with me, we have...
I'm Alex, I'm the lead champion designer on 2XKO.
Blitzcrank is a champion that we knew from the beginning that we really wanted to have in our game.
We knew Blitz was going to be our first true grappler in the game. Just look at those hands.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready for that command.
Look at those hands. They're ready to grab you.
From Zon. They were kind of designed to clean up after all the sump and all of the waste that's all around there. So we actually named a lot of their moves after that. When thinking about designing a grappler in 2XKO, usually grapplers are really slow and Blitzcrank doesn't...
Dude, already it looks even more polished.
Doesn't quite move the fastest. You see there. Takes them a little while to get from one end of the screen to the other.
You'll get there, little buddy.
But the place that Blitzcrank really wants to be is up close. This is the desired position for a Blitzcrank player to be. And we have this big beefy command grab. It's actually on a one-button input. So we hold down
one-button input command grab, okay.
And we get garbage collection. You can see how much damage that did more than a quarter of Jinx's life. The counterplay to this is to...
See, that's the thing with this too is, and sorry if I'm going to be pausing this a lot because I want to talk about this game more as well. For those of you who don't know, this game is basically like one button special inputs. So like, as you see there, his command grab will just be down in the special button, which for a lot of people who play command grab characters is pretty crazy because like even Potemkin's command grab was not a one button input. I can tell you that. All right, let's back it up just a little bit.
See how much damage that did more than a quarter of Jinx's life. The counterplay to this is to jump. And so even if you were jumping, I could also jump and command grab.
Yeah, or command grab, okay.
Blitzcrank kind of cheats a little bit where they have a special that will actually bring the opponent right next to them. These rocket grabs are on Blitzcrank's S1 specials. They have the ability to pull you in on hit or on block. So even if you block this, I'll be able to bring you into this grapple zone. And if you're continuing to block, then I would just grab you out of that spot and we're put into the same position again. You might notice that the rocket grab has this follow-up into an uppercut. And this is actually inspired by the League of Legends QE combo. And even if you are jumping in the air, I would be able to yoink you from the air. And even if I'm on the ground and you're in the air, I can restand you back into this position right in front of Blitz, right in your face. With down S1,
I love that it has a follow-up too. That's really nice.
Air purifier. Blitzcrank pulls them out of the air and kind of pulls them in right to next to their side. So you can even call your assist to continue the combo.
Yo, okay.
Or you can do this kind of guaranteed input where Blitzcrank will switch sides and put them into a ground bounce. You might notice this bar at the bottom here with a little puff. What Blitz does here is they can start spinning their arm to generate steam, and the steam kind of converts into this electricity, and that empowers their special moves in unique ways that actually help them with their next interaction. And Blitzcrank holds on to the steam when tagged out. You can...
Oh, that's great. He holds on to it. I was just getting ready to say, I wonder if you tagged out if he lost it or not. That's good. And that steam charge, from what it showed in the trailer, looked like he gets a hit of armor too on his grabs.
Charge a little bit, tag out, and then come back and actually finish the charge. It stops the decaying from happening as well.
That's nice.
Basically what happens is Blitzcrank gets empowered S1 specials. Let's take a look at the S1 rocket grab. What this does is it comes out a little bit faster, and then it blasts through, and then you get a little combo at the end. So the other things that you get from Steam are all of Blitzcrank's down S2 command grabs will actually have one hit of armor.
Yep. All right, that is great. Always having a hit of armor for big body characters, especially command grab characters. Love it, because they have to have options to get in, man, and grab. They have to. You've got to, man. You can't just be sitting back taking fucking projectiles the whole entire time.
If you hold down S2, Blitzcrank does a little run while doing the command grab. And they're actually armored through the whole time that they are doing this when they have steam. So I'm gonna just run at you, and then you can try to jab me out of it. Yeah.
I gotta do this. The classic.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The jump in.
Armored the whole entire
Like, I got
time?
this.
He's like, oh, don't worry, I can hit this robot. The other ways that Blitzcrank can gain steam are through some of their S2 specials. Probably one of my favorite moves. It's called the Wrecking Ball, and it's their Air S2. Blitzcrank turns into a little wrecking ball,
this move
and
is
you gain
wild.
steam with each hit of it, including the little flip out that they do here.
Oh, and you gain steam? Yes. So there's multiple ways to gain steam. Love it.
There's a lot of combo depth in sort of picking where you're optimizing for damage or meter gain or steam gain or spending your steam to get that extra damage. We don't want Blitz to be like too brainy a character, right? It's more about knowing your opponent than it is about like knowing a million different routes that you have to use differently in every situation. So plenty of
See
optimization
that
you can
reset?
take on if you
No
want to.
way, hold
but
on.
A lot of stuff just works.
Hold on a second. I've got to see that. Look at this damage, too.
Or spending your steam to get that extra damage. We don't want Blitz to be like too brainy a character, right? It's more about knowing your opponent than it is about like knowing a million
Oh,
different
right
routes that you
into the
have
reset command grab. That is nasty.
to use differently in every situation. So plenty of optimization you
Good
can
damage,
take on
too.
if you want to.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff just works and works pretty intuitively.
Other ways to get Blitzcrank into kind of a stronger state to give you a bit more advantage for the next move is the S2 Rocket Punch. And so I can punch through the projectiles, and
Rocket
then
punch.
I can actually cancel that into a rocket grab. So on hit, on block, I can kind of do a little 1-2
Really
punch
cool.
and pull them in. One way that we wanted to add some more of a hands feel for our grappler mains in our game was to kind of add in some extra tech. And one way that we did that is by adding in a car cancel. It's a little subtle,
Yes. Car cancels. Thank God he has car cancels.
but what you are doing here is taking the forward S2 spinning turbine and then canceling it into the crouch S2 garbage collection. And what that does is it gives Blitzcrank a little bit of an extra boost. So if I'm over here and I'm like, oh, I just whiffed that grab.
I feel so safe.
You are so
far
safe. But if I added in the forward S2 momentum, it adds that momentum to the grab, then I can suddenly close that distance.
That is great. Car cancels are amazing. They really are for command grab characters. Gives you just like she showcased there, it just gives you that little extra, kind of like a micro dash extra on it. It's great. I love it.
Grab Jinx out of the corner. One interesting thing here is that even when you are doing the car canceled version of garbage collection, it actually changes the name to prompt disposal because it's faster. But it
nice
maintains
little
the
addition.
armor from the steam. So if I were to do this and like Jinx were to try to hit me during it, then I would actually keep that armor. You might be wondering, can I continue the step into the running version of this? And you actually can't. So you're kind of opting into whether or not you want to calculate the perfect distance versus the slower version, which will guaranteed, but it takes a lot longer to get there.
So there's like an execution test and kind of an awareness test, understanding your space.
Exactly. The better you know your champion, the better that you'll be able to execute these. If your opponent's kind of starting to predict that you're going to do the rocket grab and then they parry it, you can just fake them out. And then I just go into the steam charge, and now I got free steam while she was parrying.
Busy posing.
Busy posing.
And you can just backdash out of that if you want to,
Yes.
right?
I can cancel out of the steam charge, and it will give me that little boost. Like it gives me about 10% each time that I go into it. And so if I just like got really good at backdash canceling, then I could just stay pretty safe, stay pretty far back, and get that full bar of steam.
Great.
And then capitalize on it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that's another place where we see some of the fancier combos, right? People like getting a wall bounce, doing a little bit of a steam charge in there, backdashing, and then continuing the combo. I love that
It's
stuff.
so cool. To round out Blitzcrank's kit, we've got supers as well. We have two supers on Blitzcrank's kit. One is kind of what we use mostly for combo enders, the S1 Super Helping Hand. And you can hit this OTG off the ground, and you can
Very nice.
also deal a ton of damage. What it does
Yeah,
is it
does a
actually
lot of
gives
damage.
you a full bar of steam when you hit the opponent with it, whether they block or they get hit by it.
You can tell by the spinny arm.
You can tell by the spinning arm.
So you get a full
Jinx for
bar.
blocking here.
Oh, baby.
Then I get that full steam, and technically I would be punishable here, but I would also have armor for the next interaction. So S2 Super is static field. This will cause a giant electrical field around them. And because I have steam, I can also hold the S2 button to spend that extra steam. Blitzcrank is the only champion in our game so far with a command grab ultimate. So they are invincible on startup, and it will grab them. So even if they're blocking, you'll be able to go into this ultimate.
Yep. Okay. Invincible on startup.
Because it's a command grab and because it's active on frame 0.
After the super freeze.
Exactly. Yeah. And so
it's active on frame 0. Oh man. The more I see of this character, I just keep getting even more hype.
To defend against this, because you can't block it, is to jump. And so if the opponent's already in the air, then I wouldn't be able to get this. I can't grab them and get punished for it because I made that decision. Yeah. So you might be like, oh, Blitzcrank is a support character. What is their assist like? What happens when you have them on the back line instead of on the front line? So Blitzcrank has rocket grabs as their assists as well. They have the kind of grounded rocket grab that pulls the opponent in, and they also have an air rocket grab that pulls them in from the air, and it actually causes a restand, which is pretty scary.
And it restands? Yes!
So if I were, let's say, doing an Ari combo here, and then I just kind of, I can pull them back and can now continue my...
That is so dirty that it restands, because previously we did see that corner combo that they did and basically did a restand into the command grab. Having the assist be able to restand, can you imagine the 50-50 that you're going to get off that?
Combo, or I can pull them back and
nasty
mix them
setups.
Up. Or even if I were to just jump over them, call a rocket grab, I now have them in a sandwich situation where I can mix them up left and right.
Yep, that's
basically
crazy.
just puts the opponent where you want them, and as a teammate, that's kind of even stronger, right?
I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword though, because let's say you don't have that kind of synergy with your partner, and I'm like doing my little combo here, and then they pull them, or let's say Blitzcrank pulls them out of an air combo while I don't want them to, then you might want to communicate ahead of time. Like, I'm gonna go for the grab, be ready for it. I don't want to mess up your combo. And so it's a really good teammate development tool.
I love that. Yeah, team bonding exercise. Yeah.
Blitzcrank, as a support character, you're wondering who Blitzcrank pairs really well with. So Blitz, because they want to kind of gain that steam, other support characters are actually surprisingly good teammates.
That's cool.
I have Ari on my team right now, but let's say if we have Braum on the team, Braum would be able to create that shield. Even Yasuo would be able to come in with a wind wall assist, and then Blitzcrank can safely gather steam that way. So that's more for like...
Yeah, it gives you that like extra little bit of shield just to build it up.
For resource. Even if you're using Ari as a meat shield and then I charge steam and then tag, you'd be able to do that. But Blitzcrank, because they want to get in, Ari calling the assist, getting in, and then now I'm in a perfect situation to also be in that grapple zone.
Yeah, it feels like almost every archetype works really well for Blitz, because one way or another, they either get them the ability to build steam, so Blitz can bring you to them,
right?
Or they make a projectile or a hitbox so that Blitz can make their way in on their own.
It's kind of funny because I also designed Alawi. Alawi is another example of a slower champion, and they work well together because if Alawi has her tentacles out, then the command grabs just happen to put them into a situation where they get grabbed again by the tentacles.
Yo,
Blitzcrank is also really
dirty.
Interesting to use with the sidekick fuse. Sidekick fuse is when you are controlling one point. They have a bigger health bar, they have more super meter. What you have are access to the assists from your secondary character. And so what Blitzcrank does here is allows you to reposition your opponent in ways that other characters in our game can't really do. You'd also be able to use their super assist to just get that extra hitbox on the screen to finish off your opponent.
Yeah, and Sidekick's really nice when you're trying to learn a new character, for example. You don't have to be thinking about two characters at once. You get to focus all your energy on, say, learning Ari, and then you've just got Blitz there to come with whoever you're trying to learn, just to bring him in and make life a little bit more fun.
Yeah, so that's Blitzcrank. You can play Blitzcrank during closed beta. If you playtested before, no need to register again. Otherwise, you can sign up at play2xko.com.
Have fun. Don't get grabbed.
I'm even more hyped for him now. He looks like so much fun. Like the way that he has that air command grab, and I love that he actually has a little follow-up for his command grabs. That's awesome too. Building the steam is great. He has like two ways that they showcase that he could build the steam, which is awesome. because that like wrecking ball move that he has it looks like it's one of his best like specials that he has. So yeah, I'm through the moon for this character. Like I said, in the beginning of my last video when I was getting ready to watch the trailer, I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like him. I mean, granted, I don't really know anything about League of Legends characters or anything, but I was just like, I don't know how he's gonna play. But after seeing that trailer and after watching this dev update, I'm sold, man. I'm gonna be playing Blitzcrank. All right, let me know what you guys think about 2XKO. Who are you most excited for? Are you excited for the game and all that good stuff? Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see all of you on the next one. Peace.